What's up, YouTube? This your boy D Wayne bringing you another video at this time. Basically, what I'm doing is my double deck profile for my Lanteans and redox. The video was terrible, so basically I had to delete it, and basically I'm gonna do the whole thing again. So hopefully the video will come out better this time. So basically, let's get right into it. All right, I'm gonna start basically with the doing a quick profile of my mermaid deck. All right, so basically one. Moon Glacier, the Elemental Lord. I run two Abyss Lead. It's probably different among Mermaid decks as they essentially either run one or not at all. I run two because basically the Lin effect gets it from a deck. 27 beta, not too bad at all. Two Abyss Megalos. You guys already know Megalo is Megalo. I run three Abyss Tails. Two Abyss Lens. Two Abyss Pikes. I run one Abyss Church. He's actually really good with bad opening hand as there are no targets to use, but mid to late game he's great because he basically allows you to discard to recycle any level 3 water monsters that are in the grave. So one Gunde. I want to run two because she's great for that discard to special summon your mermaids from the grave, as you can essentially swarm and get your level 7s off real quick. That's it for the mermaids. Let's go to your Lantean half. Your Dragoons. Search for your Megalos, your Leads, Moon Glaciers, all the other Atlanteans, you guys know, staple. Three heavy infantries. Two Abyss Soldiers. Three Marksmen. Two Divas. That's it for the monsters. Let's go for the spells. Basically, we have staples for the most part. Pot Harvest. Two Salvage. Two Smashing Grounds. Heavy Storm. Dark Hole. And two Space. That's it for the spells. Traps. Basically, two Torrential. And two Spheres. Alright, so that's basically the mermaid deck. Now we're going to go into the redox psychics. Alright, first we have one Grand Soil, the Elemental Lord. Basically 5 Earth in the graveyard. Special summon this from your hand. Effect is, when you special summon by its effect, of course, you get to special summon one monster from either player's graveyard. And he's, as all elemental lords are, they are 28, so which is good for that. Gives you that extra bit of swarm ability. So really good. 3 Redox. Dragon Ruler of Boulders. This is essentially the MVP of the deck. It essentially is an Earth deck, of course, so of course you're gonna run this. Essentially, it's a monster reborn for your graveyard, as per its discard ability, and also it has its effects of special summon it from the hand or the graveyard, banishing 2 Earths and or dragons from your hand and or graveyard. Two Reactons. Redox is mini, of course. Discard this and one out of Earth. Special summon Redox from the deck. 2 Master Gates. Essentially, the quickest way to get this out is to Redox. Hold on for a second, guys. Sorry about that, YouTubers. Somebody was knocking on my window. Alright, back to the effect. Like I was saying, discard this and redox, special summon Masticate from the graveyard, as essentially the redox activates in the grave. And when they both hit the grave, you can, special summon the Masticate or the redox from the grave. Very good versatility there. As far as its effect, you can pay 1,000 life points to destroy monsters on the opponent's side of the field up to the number of psychics you have on your field. So you can destroy up to 5 monsters on your opponent's side of the field. If you have 5 psychics, the numbers basically have to match in order for its effect to activate and get to destroy the monsters. So really good. You have 1 overdrive teleporter. Unfortunately, if he was able to be special summoned, he would be super duper broke. As essentially you can he can't be special summoned, of course. You pay 2,000 to special summon 2 level 3 psychics from your deck. And basically you essentially get 2 monsters to work with, and you can do your synchroing or XZ playing, whatever from there. Right? So he's a really good card. I run 2 psychic snails. He's good for giving your psychics that extra push, giving them the ability to attack twice by paying 800 life points. And he's a 19 beater, so actually he can hold his own as well. So he's a really good card to get that push for game and stuff. Okay. Now we're going to the remove from play aspect of the deck. Starting with 2 silent psychic wizards. Basically, he's a 19 beater as well. When he's summoned, normal summon to the field, you can remove 1 psychic type monster from your graveyard from play. And when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon that psychic type that was removed from play by its effect. So there's a lot of ways to get into that. So basically, you can attribute him for a overdrive teleporter to get that effect off. Or you can synchro summon with any of the tuners to get that effect off, or when it's destroyed by battle, or by card effect, and sent to the graveyard, you can get the effect off. So it doesn't matter how he goes to the grave, as long as he's sent to the grave. So it's good. Now we have Hush Psychic Cleric. I run 2. He's a 21 defender. Basically, when he's summoned to the field, he's switched to defense mode. You can discard a card to remove a psychic monster from play. And as with Psychic Wizard, when he's destroyed or sent to the graveyard, you can switch summon that psychic that was removed by this card's effect. So, a lot of versatility, especially with this one. You can discard a card. Essentially, you can discard another psychic to remove the psychic, as long as you have other psychics in the graveyard. So basically, you can summon this, discard the Master Gig, remove the Master Gig, and basically your opponent will have to think about what they will have to do. Or you can make the situation happen quicker by summoning this, activating, E-Teleport or something, summoning a Psychic Tuner, Synchro, and then special summoning the Master Gig from the removal play bomb. So it's a lot of use, very versatile card, good card. 2 Mental Seekers. Basically, when this card is removed from play and is special summoned, by the way, it's a level 3 tuner, of course. When it's special summoned by, from the remove from play pile, you can look at the top 3 cards in your opponent's deck and select one and remove it from play. So it's good to have that kind of effect go off, as it limits your opponent's resources. So it's not too bad at all. There's the tuners where you get that single play. Reinforced Human Psychic Borg. Great card, as essentially up to twice per turn you can remove psychics from your graveyard from play. It gains 500 attack for each remove, so it basically becomes 25 on your first summon if you have the 2 psychics in your graveyard. And it combos well with Psychic Field Zone, as essentially if you have a tuner and a non-tuner, you can oh goodness, I guess it's a little hot in here. So Anyway, Psychic Field Zone, which allows you to put those same two monsters back into the grave and synchro summon from the grave. So basically, I'll get into more about that when I come to the card. Alright? Other than that, it's a really good card to have. So. 2 Psychic Commanders. This has good offensive and defensive capabilities, as essentially you can deal with 18 hitters. Of course, you summon this to the field, get attack, pay 500 life points to bring them down to about 1300, and beats over the monster. Also, when your opponent's on the attack, and I know it doesn't want to touch the Psychic Commander if he wants to go for your bigger monsters, you can also use this effect to power down your opponent's monsters and, beat over them if your opponent's on the attack. So, very good in both ways. There's a 3-star tuner as well. Next we have Serene, Psychic Witch. This is a good card, and basically when it's destroyed, it's sent to the graveyard. You can remove from play 1 Psychic type monster with 2,000 or less defense, or rather 2,000 or less attack from the deck from play. And during the next standby phase, you can special summon that card that was removed from play by this effect. So, everything's removed from play. Got 1 Esper Girl. Basically, when she's special summoned from the remove from play, you can remove a card from your deck face down, rather the top card from your deck face down, and when this is sent to the graveyard, you can add that card to your hand. So it's like a little mini draw engine for them. So with it. 1 Destructotron. Essentially, you can clear your opponent's whole backfield by paying 5,000 life points. As essentially, you pay 1,000 to destroy your opponent's set card on the field. So, and you can use it more than once per turn. So, essentially, you want to get rid of those pesky traps like the Deep Prisons, the Miracles, and stuff like that. Number 1, Dr. Cranium. Basically, the searcher of the entire Psychic deck. As you pay 800 life points when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can search for any Psychic from your deck. So, as searching is very, very important in this meta. It's a very important card to have. I may bump it up to 2. Alright, that's it for the monsters. Let's go for the traps. I run 1 Psychic Overload. Essentially another draw engine for them, as essentially you send 3 Psychics from the graveyard back to the deck to draw 2 cards. There are no limitations. You don't lose a battle phase. You don't pay any life points. It's just that effect, and that's it. And also, it's chainable since it's a trap, of course. Alright, 2 Bottomless. You guys already know, Bottomless. 2 Brain Hazards. Very good card for swarming. Very good card for swarming. As essentially, obviously, you guys already know this deck removes from play a lot. So it was always good to be able to get those cards back just in case you don't have, the resources needed at the moment. So essentially, Call It Haunted, remove from play Psychics. Good card. 1 Rare Force and 1 Torrential Tribute. That's it for the traps. Let's go for the spells. We got 2 Smashing Grounds. The card I was mentioning earlier, Psychic Field Zone. Essentially, you have a tuner, non-tuner Psychic in your remove from play pile. Send those back to the graveyard, synchro summon, and face up a defense mode. That's it. And as I would say, this card is really an important card as it's overlooked. Since this is a remove from play Psychic deck, this is great for it. Alright. You got 1 E-Tele, of course. 1 Teleport, as essentially this is a Call It a Mummy for Psychics. You pay 800. If your opponent controls a monster, you control no monsters, you special summon a Psychic from your hand. Any Psychic. Except for Overdrive Teleporter, because he can't be special summoned, so that's that. 2 Miracle Synchro Fusions. This is for the ultimate Exxon kick of the monster. And also, when a set card is destroyed, you can draw a card as well, so you can get a little mini draw out of that as well. I always love setting this card because the opponent always hits it with an MST and they get this draw. It pisses them off so much, so this is a fun card to have face down. And you have your stables, of course, 3 space, and a heavy storm. Basically, that is the deck. Let's go to the extra deck. 2 Overmind Archfiends. Boss, boss, boss. Stats 33 and 3000. Boss. The 3-piece, 1 Psychic type tuner, 2 Psychic type non-tuners. Essentially, you can loop these 2 cards because essentially it's so easy to make these 2. So basically, his effect is you remove a Psychic from play, and when this card is destroyed, and whether it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon all monsters that were removed from play by this card's effect. So it's an unlimited number of monsters you can remove. So essentially, you have this one on the field. This one you remove from play pile. This goes to the grave. Special summons another one. Then you basically loop them every single turn. So it's good to have. Then you have the beast. That is Ultimate Exxon Kicker. The man that can't be destroyed by card effects, the man that pierces, the man that gains life points, the man that can't be destroyed by card effects. You have to attack over him, or remove him, or bounce him. Those are the only ways you can get this card off the field. Other than that, he's going to be wrecking absolute havoc. So, not really much you can do. Other than the ways that I described, where you can use Maestro's effect to, set it. As it has 17 defense, Maestro can just beat over it 17 defense. So, other than that, he's an absolute monster that is a force to be reckoned with. And you have the other boss, Hyper Psychic Blaster. Essentially, Piercer, and I gain life points equal to the damage I inflict to you by the piercing damage. So he's basically Ultimate Exxon Kicker minus the not destroyed by card effects. Yeah, just the minus the not destroyed by card effects, and he's 100 points stronger. So not bad at all. One of my favorite ones. Thought Ruler. Thought Ruler Archfiend on run 2. Basically, Ultimate Exxon Kicker's little brother. Except for the protection from targeting effects. 27, 23. When he destroys a monster by battle, I gain life points equal to that monster's attack. And when he's targeted, any psychic is targeted, I pay 1,000 life points to negate and destroy. So, really good. Got 2 Psychic Nightmares. I love Psychic Nightmare in this effect. Always considered myself a psychic. That's silly. Anyway, essentially what you can do is, during your main phase, pick a random card from your opponent's hand, guess monster, magic, and trap. If you get it right, you gain 1,000 life points until 1,000 attack points until your opponent's end phase. So it keeps them good for a little while, unless they have something to beat over with, like remove it, soldier, or whatever. It's a good card. 2 Psychic Life Transfers. Very good, very good, very good. You basically remove a Psychic from play, gain 1,200 life points. Combos well with your Brain Hazard, because you can use this, remove a Master Gig, use Brain Hazard, special summon your Master Gig, and just, swarm, and swarm some more. So, that's about it for that card. Also, it's a level 7, so it can go well with redox, especially summon a new card that's supposed to be coming out in the Number Hunters pack called Master of Blades, low 7, 26, rather 27, 23, that basically can't be targeted by anything. You say target, I say no, and then I'm popping something else on your field. And that's that. Two magical androids. Good for that life points getting back during the end phase. This deck loves to swarm. So you'll be essentially getting anywhere from 6 to maybe 3,000 life points per turn. So, you know, nothing wrong with her at all. And TG Hyper Librarian is good for that extra draw ability when I'm on my Syncering craze, especially with this deck. Nothing wrong with that. Staple, simple. Well, basically that's the deck. Alright. Oh boy, it's hot. Summertime, people, it's hot. Anyway, that was the double deck profile. Just in case you guys who have seen my other one, this is basically a redo. And that's basically it. The decks aren't too bad at all. Play them for fun. They win sometimes, they lose sometimes. No deck is perfect. That's gonna win all the time. Even dragons even have their hard times sometimes, shockingly enough. So that's basically it. I guess I'll be doing some more videos for you guys. Until next time, peace, YouTube.